Hello everyone, it's me Pavlo, and here is your vibrant daily dose of Ukrainian accent. Today I want to tell you about iBasso dongle DAC DC04U, and U here stands for ultimate. They use this word not in vain because at first it looks like a regular dongle DAC, made of metal with nice small screen, but on a closer look you'll understand that it's made of stainless steel with stylish glass inserts, and inside it has dual Cyrus Logic 43198 DAC chips, iBasso proprietary technologies with FPGA, and powerful amplification capable of delivering 980 milliwatts per channel, which is pretty impressive. On top of that, it has a lot of customization options and companion app support, and all that you can get for $120. So it's not a full set of its features. If you are interested, let's have a closer look. Box is pretty nice. Despite minimalistic polygraphy, iBasso used here interesting foiling with gradient-like effect, which spices things up. Inside you'll get dongle itself, and underneath you'll get short USB Type-C to Type-C cable and the Type-A to Type-C adapter. And the stock cable is pretty nice in terms of quality, with good soft wiring between the connectors. DC04 Ultra looks extremely cool, especially if you like iBasso recent design language. You can see all these straight lines, sharp edges, and on top of that they made device of stainless steel. So it's a bit heavier than traditional dongles in this price range, but at the same time it gives you superb sense of reliability. And on the front panel we have glass with a small screen here. On the rear panel we have glass with interesting color changing effect. In real life it looks really cool. It gathers fingerprints a little bit, but it's the price you pay for this beauty. Here we have buttons, one button for menu and other things, and one for volume control. Here is USB Type-C. You can use it to connect to the source, and on the other end we have two outputs, balanced pentagon and single-ended. It also supports inline microphone, and it can be used as coaxial out. Working logic is pretty simple and straightforward. You just connect it to transport, it boots up, and is ready in a few seconds. It's ready to work. You can see the screen. It has a pretty nice resolution, good viewing angles, and looks attractive. Built-in menu of this DAC has surprisingly lot of settings. To access this menu you need to press and hold. So digital filter, gain 3 levels, low, medium and high, DAC analog mode, class H or class AB. I didn't find the big difference between these two classes, except of power-hungry full-size headphones. Their difference is more noticeable. Then digital range enhancement, I found that it improves the treble a little bit, so I keep it to off. But also you can, to keep it on, but you can select optimized and off if you want. Then you can select amplifier voltage with step of 0.1 volt. And you can select it in range from 4 to 6 volts, and it makes sense if you're using some hard-to-drive headphones. Then goes equalizer with bunch of presets and custom settings, channel balance, microphone, coaxial output, screen rotation. Then you can select USB audio version. As usual with USB audio version 2 you're getting high resolution, but less compatibility with old device. You can select backlight time, then theme, it's static that you saw, and Also, there is a motion theme with level indicators. You can select one of a few different colors depending on your preferences, so you can find color options that suit your tastes. Few languages, then firmware version, and it goes again in repeat. So as you can see, a lot of things to change and tweak. This dongle has a pretty rich companion app, iBasso UAC, allows you to change a lot of settings. So, as usual, photo of the device, name, and firmware version. Also, you can change volume, left-right balance, select one of digital filters, gain, coaxial output, screen rotation, microphone, amplifier voltage, and you can just input it here. Dynamic range enhancement, all the settings that I showed you basically are here, but you can access them faster. But the most interesting thing is the equalizer. And you have some presets and 3 custom options. And the custom options are actually parametric equalizer. You can select one of 10 filters. You can select filter type, frequency, gain, and Q factor for each of these filters. Or you can actually drag them with your finger and it will adjust accordingly. Actually, dragging with finger is not super convenient, but you can do this to adjust the sound. So really nice implementation of the equalizer. If you are interested in power consumption, you can see measurements for yourself with Noble Audio Han connected as a load, and I've set volume to comfortable level for me. Sound-wise, it's unmistakable iBasso signature, and it starts with a tight, impactful but natural bass with great control and authority. It goes to maximum depth, shows zero coloration, doesn't try to add any extra weight, but at the same time it also doesn't sound dry or monitoring. It's actually depending on the record itself. What is present in the track will be delivered to you with great control and precision. So bass is tight, impactful. When necessary, it gives you great weight, but not overemphasize any of the aspects. Resolution is really good, as well as control. Bass stays on the place, never shadow meets. But you know, with such power on tap, it's not surprising that control is really great. And the first example is American Gods, I Put a Spell on You. Really interesting take on this track with a lot of brass instruments that goes to the low frequency area to give you that vibe and build the foundation for this track. And here you're getting all nuances and details perfectly delivered. And Apocalyptica flying Dutchman and Dutchman, sorry. And it's a really complex and interesting track because it's live performance with a lot of cellos playing simultaneously. They are not going deep into the bass area, but at the same time they have pretty low notes with overtones, and they require great separation and nice performance, which DC04 Ultra delivers. Mid frequencies are fast, natural, but at the same time not overly focused on the micro details. When necessary, all nuances are here, but they are not boosted. But with good records, of course, you're getting all nuances of the instruments, you're getting perfect saturation with weight, you're getting great emotions and dynamics. At the same time, it won't add anything if it's missing in the record, so keep in mind you'll need a good material. And it builds, of course, a pretty big stage, maybe not huge, but noticeably above average both in width and in depth, with a surprisingly good sense of immersion. And it gives you nice presence. So it means that female vocals and distorted guitars will be as aggressive as they are in the record, but not overdone at the same time. First example for the mid frequencies will be A Nightmare to Remember by Dream Theater. And it's not just music track, it's almost like some radio play from old times, because it has a lot of different effects, a lot of interesting changes in music and stuff like that. And it requires great technical performance, but at the same time not dry sounding, which this device delivers really well, and you just getting great immersion. And Gary Moore still got the blues, just absolute classics, and you getting all nuances of the signature guitar with that sound, with all that technical performance, but also you getting all emotions that are put in this record too. Treble is natural, well balanced, with a really good amount of energy put into the high frequencies. Not too much, not too low. If you're sensitive to the high frequencies, you can adjust them with equalizer. But if you're using well-recorded tracks, most likely it won't be sharp or too sibilant for you, because it's really close to the natural representation. At the same time, you're getting proper attacks and decays, you're getting great overtone saturation, both basic and more advanced, and you're getting about average layering. Not perfect, but noticeably better than basic layering typical for the devices in this price range. Great control, and also I really like possibility to adjust high frequencies amount with this parametric equalizer. High frequencies here gives you nice sense of realism and airness. And examples for the high frequencies, first one is Lush Life by Kent Poon. Great vocal, great accompanying instruments, and high quality of records, and that all goes to the high frequencies with a lot of nuances and overtones, and the DC04U delivers it not perfectly, but on a really good level. And Ending Theme by Pain of Salvation, one of my most favorite tracks ever. Percussion, orchestral work, vocal, all that goes to the high frequency area, and really good immersion in this track is given by this DAC, and I am really sad because I can't find this track on the vinyl. In terms of pairings, it's a really versatile device. You're getting great black background for sensitive IEMs, and on the other hand, you're getting lots of power to drive even pretty demanding headphones, if only your transport can provide enough of power supply to drive its amplifier. But besides that, you're getting a lot of options to tweak the deck to pair with your headphones better. You're getting 3 levels of gain, you're getting class A, B, and H adjustment, you're getting voltage control from 4 to 6 volts that helps you to accommodate your headphones better. So a lot of experiments to find better match for your favorite pair of cans. And speaking about the conversions, what we have in this price range, probably worth mentioning FIO. I haven't heard FIO's QX13, unfortunately. Maybe it's a better competitor with DC04 Ultra, but K17 is slightly inferior compared to the DC04 Ultra. From one hand, it has a separate desktop mode, which can be handy in many cases, of course. But in terms of pure sound, here you're getting better dynamics and control. And also Kane Ru series worth mentioning in this price range, but Kane offers slightly different signature, slightly more warm and more focused on the relaxed, enjoyable and analog-like sounding. So to summarize, if you're looking for a great technical device, If you heard and like iBasso sound signature, DC04 Ultra offers a great value in virtually any aspect, from the design to sound. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a great day.